Hey, this is Mark Harrington from markharrington.com. This is a quick video on the subject of making pop-ups and attention bars. It was brought to my attention last week when I was introduced to ConvertBox. I decided to buy it because I liked what I saw compared to what I was using. I was using a mixture of Conversion Gorilla and LeadsLeap. So in this video I got some ideas on how to use the tools, and it stands as a review of ConvertBox. I'm going to start off by showing ConvertBox in action. So I have here an incognito window, and the reason I'm using an incognito window is that I want ConvertBox to think this is the first time I have visited this site. So the site I'm going to visit is my own blog site. It's called markharrington.com. So while we'll wait for that to load, so this is the home page for my site, and I'm just going to scroll down a little bit, and we'll see that the pop-up box has jumped into the window as I've scrolled a certain proportion. A very simple, clean pop-up box. It's got an image which I created, some words, space for an email box, and it has my profile information at the top, which is highly pertinent for a pop-up on my personal blog. Now I'm going to close that one down because while we were watching that, the other thing that has popped up is this attention bar down at the bottom. It's also a very simple bar. All it's doing is asking someone to go and get their free book. So if they click this link, off they will go. Now this bottom attention bar was created in Conversion Gorilla, which you can mention in the bottom right hand corner there, and the pop-up box was created in ConvertBox. So I want to go across to ConvertBox so we can get rid of that now. I don't need that anymore. This is the sales page for ConvertBox, and you'll notice that its attention bar at the top is open for early access. So it's a relatively new product, and it's on special lifetime pricing. They are going to go to monthly pricing in some time. Not sure when that is going to be because they've been talking about this for quite some time. This picture here on the right hand side is a sampler of one of the pop-ups, and the style of the pop-up, which comes as with the default templates. This one is just popped in from the right hand side. Now, why did I like it? What do I like about ConvertBox is the new, easy, more intelligent way to convert your visitors. You can launch personalized offers. So basically people who come back to your page, who've been to your page before, you can actually target them more specifically on your own pages. And we can say goodbye to ugly, antiquated, static pop-ups like the one that I have on the bottom of my page. Here's another sample of this is also a sidebar that's popped in, and this one allows you to ask particular questions. So there's a short video, and then depending on what people ask, you say, I'm getting started, I've got some experience. It's going to send them to a different place. So you might have a different offer for each of them, or you might have a different lead magnet depending on what their levels of experience are. So that's quite neat. That's an interactive pop-up, which is really quite neat. So I'm going to go across now to log in to ConvertBox. I could log in from here, but I've actually already logged in, so I'm going to go to my dashboard. I have only one ConvertBox created, which is the one that you saw. And I put it in sometime last week, so inside the last 30 days. I've had 32 views. Now, a few of those will have been me, and then one person has signed up, so that it's not meaningful data, but it is 1 out of 30, so 3% conversion rate, which is quite neat. I'm going to go and have a look at my ConvertBox so I can look at more detail on the statistics I can edit. So I'm going to edit this. I'm just going to go do a quick walkthrough on what we see here. These are the elements that you can put on a page. You can put text, button, video, and image. you can put a timer in, you can put some HTML code and a divider and a progress bar. That's like we see on ClickFunnels doing when someone is part the way through completing the steps. We can also edit a series of steps. So we find that, for example, that I've got some experience, I've got lots of experience, I'm very experienced, could be an A, B, C step. So you just take them off to a different destination depending on what it is that they have clicked. The box themselves is fairly simple. It's all drag and drop. It's easy to move stuff around. And there's a desktop version, a mobile version, so you can make changes in the mobile version, basically editing the sizes of stuff so that they all fit in nicely. And you'll see what I have done here is that I have chosen to leave out that image. So we had this image on the left. So in mobile, I don't want that to clutter up because typically that image will come in first, or it'll come in an unpredictable place down there. So I've chosen to exclude it. So it worked out as quite a nice, tidy way to deal with the challenges of mobile. And you can create an A/B test with this by creating another form of this document. Now I'm just going to go across the top of these items here, because this is really what triggered, is what me interested in ConvertBox. The first one is triggers. When do you want this ConvertBox to show? Show when a visitor is on page for 15 seconds or scrolls the page 35%. So that is what we saw, is that I'd scroll down the page by 35% and up popped the box. How often do you want this ConvertBox to show to each visitor? And here I've chosen we can show to each visitor 1 time per session and no more than 3 times in total. So we don't irritate people by showing them the same thing over and over and over again. And we can edit that. We can do it 1 time per day. We could even just do it once a week. So if somebody coming back on a regular basis, and in a maximum of 3 times, we can change this as many times as we like. So I can change it to 4 times, and we're going to do 1 time per day. So if someone comes into your website a few times during the course of the day, they're only going to see it once. And then we can suppress the frequency if the person has closed the box. So you'll notice that I actually closed that box, so so they won't see it again. So once they've chosen not to look at it, you know they're not going to look at it again, or you assume they're not going to look at it again. So I'm just going to hit done there. And then the next part is location. What pages do you want this ConvertBox to show on? And currently I have it included on all pages of my site, but I can exclude specific pages, or I can exclude or include specific pages. So for example, I could exclude, I'm just going to add a display rule. So it could be this exact URL starting with URLs containing WordPress category. So for example, in my WordPress site, so this is now looking at my WordPress site, I might choose to not put it onto investing stuff because I don't want to talk blogging as my pop-up to people who are interested in the investing stuff. So I've pressed done there, and that's it. Now targeting. Currently it's showing to all visitors, but I can actually target specific visitors. And this is where it starts getting interesting. I can target people who have seen my pages more than a few times, less than a few times. I can separate desktop and mobile specifically. I can target people who have visited the page full stop or have not visited the page. I have people, I can just send it to people who have never seen the ConvertBox. So once they've seen it, they don't see it again. And what I really liked, what attracted me is that I can actually connect this. This is connected to my autoresponder, which is GetResponse, and I can send it to them if they are not on any of my lists or are not on a specific list, or I can actually send them if they have got a GetResponse tag or do not have a GetResponse tag. So for example, if I have a tag called engaged, I might not want to send people to a particular ConvertBox because they are engaged, and I only want to send them to people who are actually not engaged. So that's and I've not deployed the stuff of this yet, but it is what really got me excited. And then in terms of launching this thing, it is active. The way it works is you either put it together with a WordPress plugin, or to implement it by pasting in the HTML code directly into the correct place in your website. I've put mine in as the WordPress plugin. The beauty about that is that it then just works automatically and I don't have to think. Now there is a challenge with ConvertBox. We saw that it was on special lifetime pricing. That price is not cheap. It is $499. So that's why I thought I'd just show you two of the other tools that I've been using, which work out appreciably cheaper. And of course, the first of those tools is Conversion Gorilla, and what Conversion Gorilla does is it popped up a bar that looks similar to this at the bottom of this page. And here, so I've had one bar. It sits on my home page, on my blog page. It has been shown to 4,187 times since in its lifetime, which is from sometime last year. And there are 3,430 unique views. Of only 17 out of those 3,400 have actually clicked anything on there. So that is less than 0.5%. So what this suggests to me that if I've got 1 out of 33, I might have something that is converting a little bit better than Conversion Gorilla. The beauty about Conversion Gorilla is that this is an inexpensive product. I think the lifetime of this was $19.95 or something similar. To create a new bar in there, it's very simple. We can just create a simple message bar to grab some attention. We could actually collect emails from those bars. I'm not going to go through those at this point because we've already seen one of those in action on my site. What I am doing is I'm going to step across to LeadsLeap. And LeadsLeap is a traffic lead building tool that I've been using for a while. It basically just sits in the background collecting leads based on these sorts of advertisements, which on my home page, for example, I have those advertisements, but it's a traffic exchange. So you can join free and you can post credit ads. These are called credit ads over here. And I said low credit alert, you have less than 1 credit available, which means that I would have to go and start looking at ads. So as soon as I start looking at one of these ads on the right hand side here, I'll get a credit and then I can look at more ads. But I have built up I did have a fairly good build-up of credits. But you can operate this for free. But what I really wanted to do was to come down to one of the tools inside LeadsLeap is a PopupXpert opt-in forms. So I have had one of those running before I bought ConvertBox. It is displayed, it's this one down here. It's pretty much the same. It's at 2,000 views, of which 1,940 are unique, and we've got a 3% click rate. So people have actually paid attention, and it is showing on PC and mobile. We can launch the editor for it and just have a look and see it, and it'll look remarkably similar to what I have. It's not as pretty, but it's got a picture of the book. It says, can I help you for a limited time? I'm giving away my new blogging ebook for free. Enter your email address and off it goes. So now we go on the left here. This works. So it's now sending this stuff directly to GetResponse. This is the form of it. It's called a lightbox. It's this one here. This is the template that I used. It's one of these book templates. You can activate on the page loading after a certain amount of time. So on page load after a certain amount of time is how it pops up. I can do it when you can scroll below, but you'll notice this, you only can select one of these at a time. As soon as you change them, it changes. And then showing frequency per visitor once every 3 days, once until the browser restarts, which will be the equivalent of a session, and show on every visit. So it does have some options for controlling the number of times you display it. What it does not have is the opportunity to link to your CRM or to your autoresponder to not show stuff to people that are in your lists, for example. It does have cookies, so you can set a cookie so that you can manage that process. So if somebody has seen your site, you can put the cookie in, put a word in it, and then say exclude that. So it does do that. The beauty about then the LeadsLeap is that, yes, you can join LeadsLeap for free, you can build credits, and so that you can get advertising running, but you've got free access to the landing page builder. This is where you can create and manage landing pages. You get free access to pop-up opt-in forms, and you could set these up to look like as an attention bar as well. The pro version of this is $19.95 a month, which are pretty well, I think, is what you pay for Conversion Gorilla in total. So, but there is a way of getting free pop-ups so that you do not have to spend $499 on ConvertBox. Now, I was pointed at one of the other solutions. It's called Conversion Lab, conversionlab.io, and I'm going to talk about pricing. So you can start a 14-day trial as an individual, and there are two or three versions of this. So we can put, there's a social automation version, a lead generation version, which I think is what you're comparing yourself when we look at ConvertBox, is $47 per month. So $499 is basically within the first year, ConvertBox has fully paid for itself compared to using one of the leading competitors. And then this one, the $77 a month integrates social automation, lead generation, but we're really talking about lead generation. So that covers my thoughts on ConvertBox, using Conversion Gorilla as a cheap and easy way to implement attention bars. One of the challenges I have with Conversion Gorilla is I received an email from them this morning asking me if I wanted to buy the business. So they are going to sell this business, and that may change the offer. Why is that important? Because those bars are hosted on their computers, not on your computer. So if that business doesn't succeed or changes dramatically, your hosted bars may not work anymore. So it's just a risk factor. But for the amount that you have to pay, it's not expensive. Now, before I end, I do want to talk about bonuses. The product is an expensive product. I have started constructing a bonus page. So these are the words that have just come. It's not complete, but because this review video will go in up above here. But the bonuses are going to be all around email. If we're going to be building lists with ConvertBox, we really want to be able to communicate with our people, with your followers that join through your ConvertBox boxes. So the first bonus is copywriting from the front line. So a series of reports from a range of different copywriters, especially 2 Australian copywriters who are friends of mine. And then a series of strategy documents around list building and the strategy for list building, about email marketing power, is to really how to get the best value out of your email marketing. And then 4 killer email checklists I have, which are on these topics: quick start for email marketing, improve email deliverability, improve overall email marketing and list building methods. And then a membership to a private label rights site so that you can get lead magnets, because you will need lead magnets to put into your ConvertBoxes. And this is a 1-year membership, a membership as opposed to membership, for Surefire Wealth. And I am I have sourced a new one of these, so this one might change a little bit in its nature, but it'll be a membership, give you access to the sort of material that will allow you to really jam up and ramp up your email marketing. So I hope that helps. You've been watching Mark Carrington from markcarrington.com, and we've been talking about making pop-ups and attention bars.